Hey y'all, it's DB Bray from the Ooh Wee Chronicles. And tonight coming on will be China the Writer out of ATL, originally from Memphis, Tennessee. So enjoy the show tonight. Once again, my name is DB Bray, and I'm host of the Chronicles. And if you ever wanted to stop by and get on the show, please fill out the contact form in my bio, and we will get you on the show. So China should be showing up here shortly, and we'll be ready to go. If I can manage to open my water. Cool. It just turned around. Welcome to the Chronicles. It's been a long day. Uh-oh, Termina Caruth. She should be on here momentarily. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. We've got we had to do a reschedule because I screwed up the schedule. So, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, China just showed up. Here we go. Let's do it.
Turn things around.
There it is. I just did it earlier. I just did it like 5 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I said, wait a minute, I want to make sure I'm on time.
Yeah, that's why I jump on early.
Good. I'm ready. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, dear.
All right.
All right. So we are going to get kicking off here. I apologize once again for the sliding of the scale. That's what
no problem.
When you don't have your social media manager at that time. People get triple booked, and so we wanted you on the show really bad, so we had you come on Friday night. I know it's there's a lot to do outside, with COVID.
No,
so
not out there, but yeah, I get it. Thank you, though. I'm flattered.
Awesome. So let's start off with the show, and now this is the second show where this is actually going to happen. It's called Mundane Facts. And I'm going to tell you about the city that you live in. And let's see if you know. Are you ready?
Go ahead. Let's go.
You hearing static, Termina? Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. That's probably because Termina has a Cricket phone. Okay. So are you ready? China
yes.
Writer. Welcome to the Ooh Wee. Give me that Ooh Wee.
Ooh wee!
Are we doing it Tennessee style? All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
there we go. We're going to do it Tennessee style in Memphis. You like that? I like that.
I do. Hey, I'm proud of it.
There was a flight attendant. So here we go.
There's a story there.
Yes, there is, and you really don't want to hear it. So ATL, where you currently reside, the original name of your town was called Tremenus. Were you aware? Yes. This is how you got your current name, from the railroad engineer, J. Edgar Thompson.
Didn't know that.
Yes, this is why we call it the Mundane Ooh-wee.
Absolutely mundane. I didn't know that.
You have 55 streets called Peachtree. Do you live on Peachtree Street?
No, I live off of Peachtree like everyone else.
Yes, 55 of them. That must make a hell of a thing for an Uber.
It does.
So the terminal at Atlanta Airport is 45 footballs long. Believe that?
I can believe that.
I can't. That's huge. I'll never fly there. I'll fly to Savannah. So
Savannah's beautiful.
The Georgia state capitol is made of 43 ounces of locally mined gilded gold.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot already.
Yes, and you bring this to the students' attentions that you teach.
I will.
Here's another mundane fact for you. One of the largest Hindu temples outside of India is located in the ATL.
I did not know that either.
Yes, I didn't until I looked this up.
A
Stone,
few minutes.
Stone Mountain is one of the largest blocks of exposed granite in the world.
I did know that.
You did know that. Oh, wow. Okay. You're so let's see. Home of CNN and World of Coca-Cola.
Absolutely. I've been there 1,000 times.
Okay. Largest producer in Georgia of the pecan, the peaches, and the peanuts.
Knew that.
You knew
Knew that.
Coca-Cola was invented in Georgia.
In a pharmacy. Yes.
Damn. I had to
Knew
watch,
that.
I had to watch a documentary for that information.
And everyone who goes to the World of Coca-Cola watches the same documentary. So
Okay.
that's why
That's how we know.
they play.
So let's go with some things that folks may not know about you. Are you ready?
Oh goodness. Wait a minute. You're going to tell me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You shocked me because I actually thought you were like 22. And when I was
Yes!
reading this, it threw me for a loop because you're probably my age. Slept on floors in a recording studio.
I did. Several times.
Shit.
I did.
I've been homeless, but that right there. Okay. Bishan got you into urban fiction, and I've heard of her. She's quite an amazing writer from what I understand. So,
Well, let me tell you, not quite. Bishan didn't get me into urban fiction. He got me into writing. My cousin, her name is Vesta, she got me into urban fiction. I want to make sure credit is given where it's due.
yes, I was getting to that.
Okay.
So you co-wrote Tangled in a Lover's Web, Part 1.
Yes, part 1, 2, and
Soon
a couple of
three.
prequels.
Okay. And that was with Bishan.
Yes.
Okay. And your debut, Lacey, Caviar to Collard Greens.
Yes. What a name.
That's a story. We'll get into that title.
Yes, we will.
Okay. So from Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis.
Do I sound like that?
No, but I do. When I was trying to be a flight attendant there and pick up women at the bar, I would try.
No, whatever you do, if you want to know how Memphis people talk, do not watch Hustle and Flow. Ever. We don't sound like
You don't sound like that.
Thank you.
You have a BA Public Relations from the University of Memphis.
I do.
Which is
I do.
pretty impressive. There's not too many people that can claim that.
Thank you.
That's what I've got so far. So let's get into your writing. So how long have you been writing?
Officially, I've been writing since October of 2018.
Okay.
But just little blurbs and stories here, probably over 35 years. So, but officially since October.
So basically from the age of 1.
I'm 43.
Dang.
So I'm older than you.
Yeah, you got me by 2 years. You got me by 2 years.
See, I'm the elder here. I get to run stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the way shit goes on the Chronicles anyway.
I figured it. I've seen the interviews.
Yeah, it can get pretty lively. You know, as long as we're not talking about some of the other things we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, so we keep it moving. So where do you like most to write? Like, is it nightly or is it whenever it comes in?
I'm going to be honest with you. When I was working on Tangled in the Lover's Web, and I hope none of my students' parents are anywhere on here, I was writing 24 hours a day. When I would give my students an assignment, yeah, I know that sounds pretty bad. No, I'm a really good teacher though. So I would give them an assignment and write at my desk, in the car, in traffic. Yes, I can drive pretty well, so I can do that.
Yep.
And at home, so everywhere. When I was working on that first project, there was no specific place. So I had Tangled in the Lover's Web up on my laptop. I had it on my cell phone, on Google Docs, everywhere. And there was no specific place that was any better than the other for inspiration. It just was all day, wherever I was.
Okay.
So I still don't have a place. It's just wherever.
Excellent. Let me think. So for you, is it longhand or is it laptop?
It's laptop. I can't stand writing on a tablet and pencil, pen. I don't like it. I tried to do that, and it just seems like it was a slow-mo process. So I have to have my laptop or Google Docs. I can do it on my phone pretty quickly, everywhere I go. So definitely laptop.
Yeah, I do Google Docs on the phone a lot too. I get in wherever I can.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, is it paperback or digital for you?
Contrary to public opinion, because a lot of people say paperback, I'm all about an ebook. I love digital. So that's for me. Now, and I'm going to tell you, somebody who loves books is going to hate for me to say this. When the last time I moved a few years ago, I had a bin of books, like old urban fiction books. And I said, wait a minute, I can get all of these books on my Kindle. So unfortunately, and I'm so ashamed, I took them to the Goodwill, and there were probably 300 books in there. But I just kept moving them from place to place to place, and I think I may have 10 left, but it's digital for me all the way.
As long as you didn't have Gangster with the black cover, I don't think anybody will completely tar and feather you.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I had, but I'm sure I did have some classics in there.
Mm-hmm.
And my father's a comic book guy, and so is my brother. So they were saying, hey, some of those books, you probably should have held them because they were old. I've been had them since I was 12.
Wow. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely that would probably be. But maybe the less fortunate were able to pick up an urban genre book and get into the genre. So that's
Exactly. I was helping. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward. Before we continue, we've got to do our 11 rapid fire ooh-wee questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
I have been painting for 4 days straight, so forgive me if I'm a little tired.
Oh, no problem.
So, what is your favorite flower?
Oh, calla lily.
I've never even heard of that flower. That's an original. That's an original. Favorite musician? I know you were hip hop all the way, but
Well, actually, no. It would actually be a cross between Stevie Wonder and Prince. Even though I'm hip hop, they outweigh those all day.
okay, great. Stevie Wonder, and a cross of Stevie Wonder and who?
Prince, the purple.
The purple.
The purple.
Yeah, deep purple. Okay. So, favorite car?
You know what? I think it's called a DeLorean, the Back to the Future car. What was that? The Lambo?
That was a DeLorean.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
I've been looking at old DeLoreans to see what my first one's going to be when I buy one, and they're $35,000 a piece.
Oh, that's not bad.
It doesn't go back in time. I'm not paying $35,000.
That's what I want it for. I want all of the things, the powers that comes with it. But I fell in love with it. It was on display in Disney World when I was a little girl, and I wanted it.
Yeah.
Still want it.
I think we all in that same generation want that car.
Yes.
Favorite sports team in sport?
I don't know. You know what? I didn't know what the Super Bowl was until about 5 years ago. I don't know anything about sports, but because I'm from Memphis, I'm going to give the answer that I should give, which is the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes.
So I'm going to say basketball.
There you go.
I don't even know who's on the team right now, but hey, I'm representing.
Neither do I. Favorite food?
I am cornbread fed deep in the South, turnip greens.
Turnip greens.
Yes, all day, every day.
Would that be with fat back or without?
You know what? I'm doing better. So with turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome with turkey bacon. Just throw a pack of turkey bacon over in there. Sit back. It's the best greens you'll ever have. I'm telling you. Try it out.
I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. You think I'm eating turkey bacon, you're sadly mistaken. Favorite movie?
Oh, God. The Five Heartbeats. And actually, I love it even more now that I've seen the making of the Five Heartbeats. It's amazing. Awesome movie.
Okay. All right. Somebody said smoked turkey tails.
Oh, great. I have to try those. Anything turkey. He said he doesn't. You must want the ham in there
Oh, there's
with your
no
green.
way. We're in Hampton, Virginia, and her family's from Richmond. You think we're using turkey bacon at the table?
You should try it. See, you got it. You should try it. It's awesome. And the smoked turkey tails, I can imagine they're amazing. Or turkey necks. I've seen somebody do. He said we're getting worse.
Oh, I need a Newport after that.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. See.
Quick question for you. If Captain America owed you $5,000, would you go and turn his pockets out to get your money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
If I meet him in Atlanta, I just need bail money.
Oh, no problem. I got you. I got you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. KB's in Texas, so that doesn't help me. Favorite spot to write?
Everywhere. If I had to choose one, it would probably be in my car. I have this weird habit of sitting in the garage or sitting in the driveway for hours. I'm just comfortable in my car. I don't know why.
My wife would wonder what I'm doing in the car for hours in the driveway.
Everyone wonders what I'm doing too, but hey, I like it there.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So would you save Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny in a fire?
Santa Claus, because Santa Claus brings gifts. The Easter Bunny, I don't even eat eggs, so yeah, Santa Claus.
Well, I mean, I eat eggs and you eat turkey. Judge me.
Now that I've mentioned it, you're going to try that. Watch. You're going to try it. It's going to be on your mind, and you're going to try it.
If you could climb Mount Everest, which character from your books would you take with you?
If I can climb Mount Everest,
Yes.
Which character?
Yes, which character from your book would you take?
There's a character in one of my books. Actually, his name is Bichon. It's crazy. I know.
Bichon is a woman.
No, Bichon is a man.
Is he?
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Yes.
Dang, my bad.
He is a man. You learn something new. But I would, because as the stories play out, he would be the character. And of course, I mean, come on now. He's the author, one of the authors of the book. So of course, that's going to be a strong character. So I would take him.
Good, because there's man-eating goats up there, from what I understand.
Oh, we can handle it.
Okay, yeah.
We'll
Well,
take
with titles like caviar collard greens, I don't think there isn't anything that you're not prepared to
Oh,
cook.
we're going in.
Okay.
We are going in. Absolutely.
Just saying. Batman or Robin?
Batman. Robin is a flunky. No, I want to be.
Lone Ranger or Tonto?
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger. Okay.
Doesn't Tonto mean stupid anyway? I thought that.
Did you know that the Lone Ranger was based after a black cowboy?
I did. You know what? Someone, I think one of the teachers that I used to work with told me that a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can actually watch the YouTube documentary. His name escapes me right now, but yeah, he was he would wear a mask when he was arresting people, so that people didn't know he was black. So
He was, oh, that's
yeah,
okay.
seriously, he would.
Definitely gonna put that up. YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, you can watch it. The dude was a gangster, like he was.
So the origin of the Lone Ranger. I gotta watch this most definitely.
Yeah, Lone Ranger. Just put True Lone Ranger.
True. Okay.
And of course, in the 50s, you couldn't put a black cowboy on the screen, right?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, sure. Why would you do that? Favorite liquor?
I don't drink.
Neither do I. I just was throwing that out there.
I was think of something, but I really can't because I really don't drink.
Okay, cool. And the final Jeopardy question. I know Bichon is not on here, but if you and Bichon, and you did happen to party, and you did happen to drink, who would carry who out of the bar? Bichon doesn't drink either, does he?
No, not really, no. We would walk out, both of us.
That's original.
Definitely walk out, yes.
All right. we got to have a double. I think we'll do a Zoom meeting with you and Bishan.
I've been trying. You know what? He is elusive. He does not like to do interviews. I've been trying, so I'll try again.
Yeah, just let him know. I mean, you know.
See, you didn't even know he was a fan, so that he's doing a good job of being anonymous.
He is, because I followed him and I
had no idea.
I had no idea. Just like Kawan did not have any idea I was white.
Oh, wow.
No idea. He thought it was a meme on my Twitter.
Oh,
He
God.
thought
Come
my
on,
face
come on.
was a meme. Seriously. And he's one of my
So
best
you-
friends, but who knew then?
Right.
You have completed the 11 rapid fire. Ooh, wait. Question.
All right. All right.
Give me a Memphis, deep Memphis, ooh, wait.
Ooh, wait.
Oh, wait.
I do not sound like that.
No,
No.
but people in Memphis do sound like that. I was the flight attendant there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into what everybody's tuning in to watch you about. Tangled in a Lover's Web, 1, 2, and 3. Give me a walk through the plot, dialogue, tags. What do we got going on? Where can people buy your stuff? Let's get there.
Okay, let me do a walkthrough of the plot.
Okay.
Tangled in the Lover's Web. First of all, I must say this. I always give credit. Bishan wrote Tangled in the Lover's Web over 7 or 8 years ago. And he set it to the side. So in October, November of 2018, we got to talking about urban fiction. And he said, hey, I wrote a couple of books. Maybe you should take a look at them. I'm not into the co-author thing. So I said, no, I don't want to do that. And then it's already written. What? That's your baby. So I got my hands on it and I read a couple of the chapters. And I said, okay, I can do this. So the first thing we did was change the name. But the story itself is about a married couple who goes through problems, but they can't seem to find their way. So they do all this outlandish, ridiculous two wrongs make a right type stuff. They try counseling, but the counseling is like a bootleg Iyanla Vanzant. So it's crazy. The whole story is crazy. All the while they have other people that are in and out of their lives. There is the one, you know, a lot of people, I don't know about you, if that's your case, but a lot, you're married, so you probably don't want to admit this.
You'd be surprised. I admit a lot of things. What's up?
A lot of times men have the one that got away, like one that they wish they, you can't answer that, can you?
Out of
Okay.
Springfield. Moving on.
Okay, so in walks the one that got away with the main character, and one of the main characters' name is Luther. So she came back in and she was married to his business partner. So they tossed it around. They say, hey, you know, why not? We don't have to tell anyone. So that's kind of where the plot kicks off and goes all the way to the left, because they're both married, but they want each other. So like I said, all along, Luther's trying to fix his marriage. His wife, Victoria, is a white woman in Memphis, Tennessee, which is kind of, Memphis is still the South. I tell people, I'm like, this happened where Dr. King was killed.
Yeah, this is a bad place.
So, yeah, so the story plays out. There are a lot of twists and turns and surprises in there. So it's a phenomenal story. But again, just watered down, is the story of a marriage that was doomed for divorce from day one.
A lot of people can relate to that. So
I know.
if they were to go to Google, if they were to go to Amazon, they would type in China the Writer.
No, they would type in China, but I've told Bishan, he and I have had this bout about my name forever, because if you put in Bishan, up pops everything. But if you type in China, you're going to get stories on all type of the Chinese Revolution, everything. So I tell people, just put in the name of the book or Bishan. I said, man, you got a presence on social media and I don't. He said, China is a common name.
But
naming.
Bishan, it hasn't come on the Chronicles. You have, so that's the way it is.
Right.
So you have that one up.
Right.
Okay. You also have, and we really got to get to this one. I've been saving the best for last.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
You
I think I
think?
know. Yeah.
What is that title?
What, caviar to collard greens? Well, okay. I got one even better. When it was, I was sitting in a writer's lab in area last June, and the original name for the book was Lacey, get this, Oreo cookies. And let me tell you, I was going with Oreo cookies. The reason that it was going to be Oreo cookies is because a lot of black people that are black on the outside and everything about them is white, they call them Oreos. So because Lacey was originally supposed to be a loose character, like prostitute type, just loose with her body, I said, well, cookies is an urban name for the woman's private part. So I said, let's call it Oreo cookies. So that's where it came from. But when I was sitting in a writer's lab and I said, wait a minute, caviar to collard greens, I threw it out there and there were several other writers in there. They said, that's it. Go with caviar to collard greens. Now, do I sometimes think I still should have went with Oreo cookies? Yes, but because it's just so cute. But I went with caviar to collard greens because the girl goes from caviar, which is, I know it's a stereotype, they're supposed to be this rich food like escargot type stuff. And then collard greens are supposed to be like lower class. I have a lot of friends that calls it slave food. They call collard greens and yams, they call it that. So she goes from the rich area to the poor area. That's where it comes, caviar to collard greens. And in the book, that's what happened. And the book is split in two parts. The first part is actually caviar. Everything in the first part of the book, she was being raised by this rich, filthy rich white family where they are connected to the mayor of the city, who is a racist. And then something happens and she's thrown in one of the most notorious neighborhoods in North Memphis. And for 15 years, she lived in a white world, being a dark-skinned black girl. So that's why on the cover of Lacey, it says she's too black to be white and too white to be black. That's caviar to collard greens.
That is deep.
Serious.
The weirdest fucking title I have ever heard in my life. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm a little, okay, great. And thank you for coming on the Chronicles. No. And that's how we do it here in the Chronicles. In your opinion, what was the most fun you've had writing? I know Bishan and you collaborate a lot, but what is your favorite character that you've written?
Well, let me back up a little bit. The most fun that I've had writing, last summer I did a visual video walk through the book. I went downtown because there's one of the first scenes takes place on the Mississippi River, and it takes place behind this bar off of Beale Street. So I actually went down to Beale Street and I put it on my page. I was walking through chapters of the book to the actual places. I went to the Peabody Hotel. I went. Yeah, so there's a visual walkthrough of Tangled. I had a ball on the river in the Peabody Hotel. I went into the men's restroom. I went everywhere. Yes, there's a scene that takes place in a stall in the men's restroom. So I took the readers. I even went down to the prison and stood where the barbed wire gates are and shot footage in front of the prison. So I had a ball. My favorite character in the book is going to always be, they said uncover the mic.
Yeah, I took care of it. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. Will be Lacey, because Lacey is my baby. I had an experience very similar to hers when I was in high school. So I took some of my life experience and I expanded upon it to create Lacey. So she is my character. Are you confused over there?
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm stuck on the men's restroom because if I see an attractive woman come in the restroom and you say I'm here to do research for caviar and collard greens and I'm taking a whiz, the first thing that I'm going to think about is what in the actual fuck is going on here? Because I think
Well,
I'm on Memphis Candid Camera or something.
okay, let me tell you. When I went into the men's restroom, see, I'm from Memphis, so I kind of know how the Peabody. You love it when I say that, don't you? So I went down to the Peabody on an off day. It was like Tuesday, and there's not right. There's not a lot of people in there. So upstairs in the near the balcony area, there are these restrooms that nobody ever uses.
Sure.
So I went up there, walked right in. I was in there for about 30 minutes. No one ever came in. Now the housekeeping department came in, and guess what? They told me to carry on. They didn't bother me. I was standing near the urinal when.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
You see, I would go anywhere to promote the book.
You get it. I get it. You know, hey, alone,
Wait a minute, we're getting a
and
static. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's static there. I can't hear anything. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I frozen?
Yes, you're frozen.
Yep, just wait for it. Sorry, it's buffering.
Okay, no problem.
It happens. Am I back?
You are back.
I'm back. Thank you. Welcome back to the Chronicles, where anything is liable to happen. Women writers going into men's restrooms.
Hey, I had to show you where the scene took place. I had to show you.
I get it. I get it. And that's great that you walked into a men's restroom, set up shop next to the cologne guy.
I did. I did.
You were saying, hey, welcome to the men's restroom at the Peabody. And you know, that's hustling. I can't even begin to think about that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting some questions about the mic. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are they not? No, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. So that's.
Oh, you never heard
lost the words.
I bet that'll be memorable.
Yeah, damn right. You know, it's the question of whether or not they have cash or swipe cards. And what the fuck do you say? I mean, Cash App, anyone? I mean, it's like a scratching sound on the mic. This is not good. Okay, so we might end up having to redo this at a later date as well. If it doesn't come out as good quality, it'll still stay up, but we're gonna take a better. I have no idea what is going on right now, so I apologize if it gets scratchy and it sounds like garbage. But we'll get you right back on and we'll make up for it. So me and somebody will be having a conversation today about that. So in your opinion, do you think that, you know, your writing career is following a certain path by where you're going with it? You've written 1, 2, and 3. You've written, is there a part 2 for collard greens, perhaps called turnip greens?
You know what? That's interesting. Well, someone just said, what period is this book in? It's right now. It took place in 2018, 2019, and as the books, because there are 5 books in all, over into 2020. But there was supposed to be a sequel to Lacey, but Bishan and I decided, because there's this whole spider metaphor that we were using. We both decided, you know what? I'll explain that in a moment, because it's called Tangled.
Just showed up.
Hey, Bishan! They've been asking about you, but okay, Lacey, it could have very easily been a part 2 to it, but we decided to go a different route and take her over into Tangled in the Lover's Web 2, and up her storyline. There's a reason why, because, and I don't want to tell the story, but Lacey is connected to, she is connected to the main character, Travis. Okay, that is one of the main characters. So we decided, okay, if they're going to be connected, I don't want to carry her into another book. Let's just make her a bigger part of Tangled 2. So she did become a big part of Tangled 2, and we closed all the storylines that way rather than carry Lacey, as you say, what, turnip greens? I was not going to have a book, turnip greens.
Oh, no. God forbid.
No.
You stand in the
No,
men's
you don't
restroom
like
to
my
sell
title.
books, but not turnip greens.
So did you like Oreo cookies better?
I don't even know what to say right now, China. I'm at a loss for words. This has been a whole
You're still on the men's restroom.
This has been a whole new experience on the Chronicles for the last 35
Yes,
minutes.
Memphis did this to you.
Yeah. So, we have gone through where I did not know that Bishan, I must have seen your picture late at night and somehow got the wires crossed. I apologize, Bishan. So that I can't really explain how sorry I am about that.
That you thought Bishan was a woman? See, he's on here, so he can hear that you thought he was a woman. And you see, somebody just asked to see Bishan, so you said at some point you're going to get both of us on here.
And I need to make amends for that. That was bad on my part, and I do very much apologize. So so in this interview, I have embarrassed myself. I have.
That's all right. That's all right.
I have heard you go to men's restrooms to sell books. Stanley James would be very proud of you.
I had to. See, I called it a visual, what did I call it? A visual blog through the book. So I wanted the reader to know that there were some scenes that took place in the men's restroom inside of the Peabody Hotel.
Just couldn't get Bishan to go in there though. Just couldn't pull that one off.
No, actually, I'll tell you, Bishan was not going to go in there because when I started doing that, he actually was like, well, okay, because I'm all behind buildings on Beale Street. I'm just super creative and crazy like that. So I was not going to ask him to do that. He was going to look at me like I was crazy anyway. They're like, shoot footage in the men's restroom? What? Nah. Yeah. He's the more conservative of the two of us.
I don't even know what to say. I'm miffed right now because I need you at Detroit Hustle and Grind next year. Because that shit.
You know what? I'm there. I've been hearing about it. I'm there. So you want me to show them how to hustle in the men's restroom?
I'm gonna post up with you and be like, "Hi, Cash App, Cash, or Tinder date. What are we doing?"
What you say? Before you pee, buy my book. I bet you they'll buy it to get me out of the men's restroom.
Jesus Christ. I have seen London, and I have had my ass kicked in France. I have been nearly stabbed in Alabama for dancing with a black woman. I have been through hell and back, and I have never, ever in my life heard of a female writer going to any length to sell a book called Lacey Caviar to Collard Greens.
No. Let me correct. Lacey, no, I went to the men's restroom for Tangled 1. There are scenes, and I will tell you, Tangled in a Lover's Web 1, oh gosh, I don't even know if I want to say this. In the beginning, it was kind of considered soft porn. So that makes sense as to why I went into the restroom.
Well, that's one way to go about it.
Yeah, so it was Tangled in the Lover's Web 1 that has the restroom. Actually, there are 2 restroom scenes that are very memorable.
Yes, I agree. So one of the things that I highly recommend is Val from Brown Sugar Reads. I don't know if I talk a lot about Val. I'll DM you her Instagram.
Sure.
But she does reviews, video reviews. So
Okay.
you can check out her YouTube page, and all those videos are uploaded on it that she's already done.
Absolutely.
Blood and Whiskey and Blood and Whiskey 2 are on there, so that's always cool. So you can check those out.
Okay.
I have been at a loss for words during this interview. Jesus. Let me refocus. Serious face.
Okay.
Serious face. So, in Atlanta,
Okay.
where are people always going to see you when it comes to selling your books outside the men's restroom?
Now, I have a confession.
Oh, great. I can't wait for this shit.
Oh, you're getting the mild me. You don't want to see the real China. I'm going to tell you right now. It gets worse. I got to get to know you a little bit better. So listen.
I don't break out the handcuffs until I know. God damn.
In Atlanta, I have not done the type of promotion that I should have. I have done most of my promotions in Memphis on Instagram. I hate Facebook, but I do know that I should market more on it, but I just hate Facebook. So I've done online, I've done email lists, but in Atlanta, I had plans before all of this took place to make this summer the summer where I went out and I would do open mic nights, because I did a few in Nashville, and they went over well. Like I used to act as well. I used to do a lot of stuff. I do a lot. Anyway, I wanted to do monologues from the book. And that's what when I would go to the open mic nights, I did that. I also have a lyrical synopsis where there's a beat to the actual synopsis of the book and I perform it. So that's mostly how I do that. I've come up with a lot of creative ways.
I thought I was creative.
Oh yeah, honestly, I've been creative my entire life. There's nothing that I won't do to hustle. When I say nothing that I won't do, believe me when I tell you, if it's legal or almost legal, I'll do it.
I just had this picture flash through my mind in the north side of Memphis being like, welcome to my trap house. I also have Lacey, Tangle, and here's my perusal for my drugs, but those are second rate compared to collard greens.
Well, let me tell you something. This is the funny thing. Just as I stated before, I kind of came in with the romance part of Tangled, but the story was already in place. And remember when we first started, I said Bishan wrote that book some 7-8 years ago. I came in and he and I used to actually have disagreements about it because my mind is crazy. I kind of added the porn to it. I added porn. I added spiders, like real pregnant spiders. So I felt like I was making it a creative. So Bishan, this is why he wants to be here. He wrote the book 7 or 8 years ago when he was incarcerated.
Right.
That's why I'd like for him to. So that's not the only one he wrote. He wrote a lot of books. So when he brought it to me, I just took it and then I was updating it, putting just bringing it into 2018, 2019. But it's an awesome story, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to kind of add some weirdness to it, if I must say that, and then take it to the red room.
So let me just get this right so we can reiterate.
I knew you were thinking.
Tangled was written 8 years ago by Bishan, the writer.
When he was in prison.
When he was in prison. It was a very good, well-written book, and you got brought in on this creative process.
It's still a good book. What you talking about?
What?
It's still a good book. What you
it's
talking
awesome.
about?
Yeah, it's a great book. What I'm
Okay.
saying is he adds you in for extra panache, which is great. And in the process, you bring the porn and the collard green. Is that, am I, no, wrong book. Wrong, okay.
No, right book.
Right book.
Right book. The collard greens came, somebody said pregnant spider stuff. So the collard greens came 2 books later. You got Tangled in the Lover's Web 1. Then you got Bichon, How It All Starts. And then you have Lacey, Caviar to Collard Greens. And then you have Tangled in the Lover's Web 2. And then the 5th book is Dog versus Travis, which comes out on the 20th. And that's Tangled in the Lover's Web 3.
Bestiality question here.
Oh,
The porno is not the spiders fucking. I'm just, because I don't know.
no. Okay, let me tell you. The title, and this is me because I'm a metaphorical person. I think in metaphors, and I talk in metaphors, like I'm the scarecrow from the Wiz or some shit. But listen, you got it. So the spiders, because it's called Tangled in the Lover's Web, all of the characters are spiders.
Got it.
And weaving in and out of each other's life. That's what that is.
Val is not leaving, but she's laughing her ass off right now, probably dropping her iPhone.
Okay, now see the pregnant spider. Nah, that's a metaphor. Let me be clear. That is definitely a metaphor.
But they weren't in the men's restroom selling with you. Like there wasn't anybody dressed up as a pregnant spider whilst.
Oh hell no!
I'm just, you bring the porno and you open up a whole new whatever.
I bet. Oh, there's my favorite writer. He just joined. Hey, Jaquavis.
Yeah, there you go. And Black Velvet Books is great too. So let's recap, shall we? Let's recap.
Okay.
So far, China the writer, you have explained to me that you will not ever be above any hustle. To the point
No, not at all.
of going
Not at all.
into a men's restroom to sell your book during a
Hell
live
yeah.
video of the places.
Yes.
You were going to name it Lucy Oreo Cookies. Okay.
Oreo cookies.
Then we moved to collard greens somehow with caviar, with pregnant spiders. What is there not to like?
Let me tell you something. So I said you gotta let the bathroom go. So listen, the Tangled in the Lover's Web 1, it has a lot of twists and turns, but for anybody that's in the room who has worked with a co-author, and it's interesting because I know a lot of people that have co-authors that they work with all the time, but even in the midst of that, you have your idea, they have their idea, and you have to come up with some type of compromise. And then I'll be honest, as we were coming to the table to put the story together, we mixed in a lot of stuff to make the story go, and it did go, because the one book, that solo book there ended up being 5 in all. There was only supposed to be 1 book, but the characters were so deep that, and then actually I gotta say this, character development is my strong point. That's what I do. Bichon is good with twists and turns, like plot twists, and I go in and I add layers to the characters. So when we started adding layers, we started adding on, different metaphorical situations to make each character could have carried their own book, every last one of them. So first book is a little bit different. The other ones kind of spin off into the characters that we built, and they spin off really well. It gives them a past, a present, and a future. So I think it's phenomenal. But part one is what we call the mother book. It had to be the one that pull everything together and then spin off from it.
Okay, I'm buying that after the live. How can I not? Where is the?
I know, you got to.
I'm going to put
to.
you on my team for sales pitching. You know.
Were you saying I'm shoveling bullshit?
I can't wait. You call them up and be like, "Bitch, you know who I am? Like, you need to know. This is Memphis. This is Memphis, Tennessee."
I do not say. You know what? But I want to send you a signed copy of the book.
Absolutely, I will pay for that on Cash App.
All right.
I will pay for that on Cash App. So we got about 8 minutes left. Just a quick question. The pregnant spiders are metaphorical, or are they actually in the book with the porno?
Let me say this. See, I don't want to give away the story.
All right.
There is one real pregnant spider. But no, it belongs there. There's a reason. It's a metaphor. Now, as far as the porn, Bishan and I both. Look, man, listen, you can't go into the men's restroom and not have porn. Come on, dude. What do you think they're going to do in the men's restroom? I mean, if they go in there, they got to do something.
You are an unbelievable hustler. I tip my hat to you.
Thank you.
Unbelievable hustle. Unbelievable hustle. And if people do not buy the Tangled Web, then they are definitely missing out. I know I'm getting a copy of this.
You are. You definitely are.
I cannot wait to get my hands on that. I will let you read the comments. I'm
looking at these comments. Somebody said she was on her knees bobbing and weaving. No, she wasn't on her knees. She sat on the toilet seat. So, in the men's restroom, you got your urinals, and then you guys have a toilet too. See, I didn't know that until I went in there.
Oh, your hustle game is amazing. There are very few lives that I lose my hat, and I have lost my hat. I need a Newport. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say at this point. We've got the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
China, the writer, can you please tell everybody who's going to watch this on rerun, because there's all the way 100% that they actually watch this live all the way through. Where can we find you? What can we do to get a hold of you? You should do IG lives, interviewing people, period, bar none. Tell us what we need to know as readers of your work. Okay, so Tangled in the Lover's Web, all 4 books, because there are 5 in all, are available on Amazon.com and on, Barnes & Noble right now. I'm in the process of moving the books over, but on my IG, I'm going to move them over to the website. I also want everybody to know before they go that I do book reviews as well. On penhandlers.inc page, I don't really accept book review requests. What I do is I choose the books by the people who hustle the hardest. And as you can see, I'm a hustler. So if I keep seeing your stuff scrolling across my screen, I'm going to grab it. And I mean buy it, not just get the free ebook because I'm a member of Kindle. So penhandlers.inc, keep hustling. I'm going to grab your book, pay for it, and I'll review it for you. I do it all the time. I also help up and coming artists because, writers, because I do teach English, and
character development is my thing. So a lot of times, if you want to drop into my DM on penhandlers.inc and send me the first chapter of 2 of your book, I will read it for you, and I'll tell you, look, you can't write a book in the past and the present at the same time. And look, you know, and I'll see that. And your character can't go upstairs to be in the garage unless you just got that type of house. So this is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind, and if I see you're trying, I will jump in and do it for free. But Tangled in the Lover's Web, complete with the pregnant spider. Go on my IG. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see that I'm not lying about the bathroom scene. It is there. There's a urinal there. I'm standing in front of it. I will not lie to you. There's a scene where I went to the prison. Quick story. My cousin was afraid the prisoners were going to come out. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get this shot. So, that's really on my IG live. Again, y'all, Tangled in the Lover's Web. Go to Amazon.com. Make sure you review it. Review. Also, last thing, I got a major project that's close to my heart with several female writers. It's going to be, and I'm working on it, connected to the hashtag Say Her Name movement. So for those of the writers that will be participating in this, I will be getting with you momentarily. We're going to do this for Black women everywhere who have been involved in some shape or form or fashion in the police brutality, but that's where China's moving into. I'm going to make a difference here.
So, China, any of those people that want to come on my show, you send them to my bio, and they can fill out that
Absolutely.
form, and they can come on, and they've got carte blanche, if you will, and KB will take care of that.
Absolutely. Oh, and Kendra is amazing.
Yes.
KB,
Yes,
she's amazing.
Yes, she is.
Very professional.
Yes, I don't know where I'd be without her. Wow. Honestly, in my humble opinion, this has been one of the best lives I've ever done.
I'm glad I can be a part of it.
Bottom fucking line, folks. You have to buy everything that her and Bishan have written. Have to buy it.
Thank you.
Jesus. So I've got a phone call with a new narrator here in about 3 minutes.
Absolutely.
But we might be doing an impromptu live sometime this weekend.
Let's go.
For people that just can't get enough of you. I got it. So I'm going to finish the show, and I will be in touch definitely soon.
All right.
All right.
See you guys later. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Pregnant Spiders Tabernacle to you. Okay. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you later, China.
Goodbye.
Well, that was another chronicle with China the writer. And I rarely would ever say this, but it was one of the best lives that I have ever participated in. Not only is she funny, not only is she entertaining, not only will she go into a men's restroom to sell books, she is a wonderful person with a wonderful positive message. And why are we not all buying her books right now? So get off the live. Go on and buy China the Writer and message her in the DM and get your autographed copy. Go, 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 go. This is D.B. Bray the Writer talking about pregnant spiders, collard greens, porn. It was the whole gamut. And I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Welcome to the Ooh Wee Chronicles.